You are now locked into DJ Tempz. You are now in with DJ Tempz.
DJ Tempz, DJ Tempz. Play it loud, let them know what's poppin'. The God Rock Chem in your area.
Yo.
One.
You can just feel this one.
So it is the Industry Insider Show with me, your girl, Miss Tempz. And this week we have got a very, very special guest. We've got Omar. Omar, thank you so much for coming on the Industry Insider Show with your girl, Miss Tempz.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. How's things been? How's things been of late? Throughout the COVID, how has things been for Omar, the artist?
I've had to adapt, basically, because everything, all the carpet got ripped out from underneath us, because I was supposed to be in all over the world touring, doing gigs, and the diary was full up, and it was ready to go, and then bam, nothing. So I had to really think about it. I'm lucky I got my own studio in South London, which is where I am now, and I put up a load of cameras and then got into live streaming. Because that was, this is the only other way to stay in contact with your fans and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been a little bit of a trial, but boy, you know what I mean. I'm adaptable. Got because got kids to feed and that kind of thing.
Absolutely, it's good to hear that you've kind of you've accepted the situation. Bookings are cancelled. What can I kind of do? And I can definitely say, in terms of looking, through your social media, I can see you're probably one of the most active right now, UK artist-wise, streaming, producing, doing all that sort of things for the fans, and and I think it's excellent that you've rise to the occasion and come out so strong. So I want to personally say big up for that, because it hasn't been easy for a lot of artists to adapt in the situation.
No, listen, I just feel the call. I got twin daughters, they're 13 now, so they all want this and that kind of electric thing. They need feeding, they need clothes on their back, roof over their head and all that as well. So that was a drive. I was going in that direction anyway, because if you think about it, I'm not mainstream. So you don't see me on TV.
That's right.
You don't see me on TV or, national station. So this is the only other way to stay in contact with my audience is by the social media. So the more I keep that up, then people know that I'm still there,
Would you say it's actually helped you enhance, your sort of skill set, social media wise, streaming, things like that? Has it actually been of a benefit in that respect?
Yeah, a little bit, because you feel like you're running the whole show, you do have to wear a lot of hats when it comes to it. Like with a live stream, there's not supposed to be anybody else in here. So it's not like I'm going to have a camera crew or anything like that. And I got like 3 cameras in here, but I get a remote control. So I'm playing the music, I'm singing, I'm doing a selection, and I'm changing the camera angles and stuff like that. So yeah, you learn a new skill set, you know what I mean?
Wicked.
But it's all harmless.
It certainly feels that's the way that the future's going, and it doesn't look like it's kind of going to go back anytime. So, big up to yourself.
Thank you.
So you've got about 10 albums under your belt?
I'm working on number 9 right now.
Number 9. I wasn't too far off.
No. Well, there are 10 if you count. The first one, we did 2 different productions of it. So, yeah, kind of technically there are 10. But no, I'm working on album 9 now.
That is crazy. Like, I don't know if people realise how much work that you put in to produce 10 albums across your career. I mean, would you say you started late 90s, early 90s, or?
I did 85 was my
85.
first. 84 was my first single.
84.
Yeah, on my dad's label, on his independent label. So yeah, it's 36 years.
Wow.
That I've been, making the music for sure.
Did you just say that it was your dad's label that was the first?
Yeah, my dad, he had his own independent reggae label because he had a reggae band called Ja Lion, and he released music independently of the major labels.
Right.
So he started that label. My brothers had their own little kids band as well at the time. And then when I come along, I'm like, he wanted some soul music. So
right.
At the same time, that's what I was doing.
Right.
And I was lucky enough to have a label to release a record when I was 16.
Wow.
I fucking ain't, by the way, but that's besides the point. That was the first one that made me, on my road to what I do now.
Wicked. That must have been so supportive to have that kind of network at home already. If you are an aspiring artist, your dad's out there, he's got a label. You know, you must have been around a lot of artists, things like.
Yeah, he's the drummer, so I was there for a lot of rehearsals and stuff with the bands, and you're in that band setting.
Yeah.
As well. So yeah, that definitely rubbed off on me.
Wicked. Excellent. Really, really good to hear. Really good to hear. So what is the future looking like for Omar?
Well, like I said, I got the album coming out. I'm also working on an app. So Omar Music app, which will be out in the next couple of weeks. You got to look on my website, omarmusic.co.uk.
Right.
And features for other people. Just watch this space because this one's going up another level as well. I like to go up a level every time I do an album. There's we merchandise as well. We've got some t-shirt one out there with my logo on it.
Nice.
The Omar logo. So you have to watch out for it. You know what I mean? So busy. Can't stop. Because the world stops around you. You can't stop. You know what I mean?
Definitely. No, excellent. It's really, really good to hear. I think people are going to be looking forward to the new album. I think definitely social media presence over the COVID has absolutely helped massively for a lot of artists. And I'm hoping that is the same for you. I want to touch on Nothing Like This.
Mm.
Did you ever think it would actually become a global song when you produced it?
Funny enough, when I made a demo of it and I put it on a cassette, like 45 minutes on one side, and I just kept repeating the song. So that's all you were listening to, and I didn't get bored of it. So then I took it to my dad's label, and we're in the office listening to it for about an hour.
Right.
And they seemed to get bored of it then either. And so then that was the first inkling that we had something special. You know what I mean? It was the last song that I wrote for the album, for the first album. I didn't even have a title or anything like that. So when I wrote that, which was the last song, that became the title of the album, and the best track on the album for sure.
I was going to say that. I'm sure the album is actually called the track name. So nice.
It is, yeah.
I don't think that song's ever gonna leave you. Is there times where you kind of think, it's so massive? Can you sort of, write something that is as big and also have something that would leave such a presence like that song has?
Yeah, I've got 8 albums worth of tunes, and everybody has their own, space and time, which reminds them or does it for them. You know what I mean? It's I got so much music. There's a lot for people to choose from. Even though obviously that's the most famous one of them all. Yeah. That doesn't mean that everybody's a personal favorite. You know what I mean? And I've been blessed enough that people can see that. They see that my catalog is huge. You know what I mean? I got a couple of days worth of music if you want to put it back. So yeah, no, it's just it's just the fun of making music. I'm still doing it now. I'm still enjoying it now. So you're gonna be hearing from me for quite a while.
Excellent, and I'm sure it's always an asset to have such a classic like There's Nothing Like This, because it will always give you that identification no matter what. It's not about just having such of a big hit. It's actually about being able to identify an artist that has contributed so widely with such a classic track that changed the state of UK soul music.
Sure, yeah, it is nice.
Excellent. You say that you enjoy performances and stuff, and I can see that you're still doing your pop-ups and your requested live performances. Is that something that you enjoy doing? Kind of.
Yeah, that's the thing about the social media thing, and I'm quite a show off. You know what I mean? So it's quite. You shut up. It's quite a useful tool, and like I said, you know, I'm not on mainstream TV, so you're not going to see me performing that way. If you want to watch me perform, you're going to watch me perform on social media. You know what I mean?
Or all of your requests, that's what I was sort of being reference to, of, you know, all of the anniversaries where you kind of turn up at people's houses and you're doing that sort of live element to it. Is that because it's quite special to do that, you know?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. It's a nice little moment for some people. So yeah, I'll see how many more I can do before we go back to normal.
Wicked. Talk to me about some of the artists that you've worked with throughout your career.
Give you one, all right, and that's Erykah Badu.
Okay.
That I've done a tune with, and Be Thankful is the name of it. And she came to London looking for me because she knew of a song that I wrote called Little Boy. It's one of her favorite tunes. And out of nowhere, I got a suggestion to do this cover version of this song. And at the same time I did it, she called me and said, what am I up to? And I said, let's go studio and get this tune done. And now that's the tune that we did. So yeah, sometimes these things are meant to be, you know what I mean?
Excellent. That must have been a mad crazy experience, because Erykah Badu, she seems so openly creative. It must have been a good artist to work with. Yeah,
absolutely.
Brilliant. Omar, talk to me a little bit about industry perspective. How hard or how easy do you think it is to be an artist today trying to make a business in the industry?
It's as hard as you want to make it. You have to know what you're about, what you're doing it for. If you want to make money for it, or there's a hobby, you know what I mean. There's levels to this. So yeah, and especially with the climate as it is, I mean, who knows? I mean, live stuff is not really happening at the moment. It's mostly studio stuff and download and online, and you know what I mean. So you got to be smart about it. But there's streaming. You know what I mean? Streaming is another thing which we have to fight against, because it was very little compensation through streaming. Definitely. You know what I mean? So do your research.
Definitely, 100%. And you're right to touch on the streaming side of things, because if, you know, artists, even DJs, if they're sort of getting comfortable thinking that, you know, the place isn't going to open up again, they're wrong, because it is. So you still need to be prepared for the business side of things when the place does open up again, because right now, I won't say it's a free for all, but it's very easy to right now, you know, see your favorite artist just online. Where before it would have to be exclusive for you to be able to really see that, you know, that level of performance and things like that. So people need to make sure they're, you know, utilizing this time, because soon the place will open up and you'll be paying again to see artists. And that's how it should be, because artists dedicate a massive proportions of their life to entertain people, you know, and that needs to be supported more, definitely.
For sure.
Talk to me about some of your influences in music, especially UK artists, whether they're past, present. Is there any kind of artist that you listen to right now, or any that's just influenced you throughout your career?
I used to listen to a lot to Level 42. Right. And Mark King is the one that taught me how to play bass, just by listening. So yeah, I was into the jazz funk thing a while ago. Right. You know what I mean? But yeah. That's definitely one of the English ones that. Okay.
Because sometimes you get some artists, they'll be like, "Yo, my first love was reggae," or, you know, they've kind of got some secret artistry stashed behind, you know, some of their passion for music.
Sure.
What drives you to do what you do, to continue to make music?
I just, you know, I just enjoy what I do. It's been within me since I was 3 years old to make music and to perform. So that's I still get that buzz from it. I still enjoy it when I do it. So that's what keeps me going.
Brilliant. We hope you continue, and we cannot wait for your new albums to drop as well. I know everyone's going to be excited, and make sure that you go out there and you purchase the new album when it is dropped. Did you say it's going to drop this year, 2021?
Yeah, 2021. Yeah, watch this space. omarmusic.co.uk.
Okay. Omar, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to speak with Miss Tempz today on the Industry Insider Show. Is there anything that you'd like to let the people know? Is there any social media that they can contact you on?
You know, just with that, Google Omar Lifehook, LYEF for Freddie, OOK. Facebook, Insta, you'll see it all come up, and they'll give all the information there. But like I said, the website is omarmusic.co.uk.
You are now locked into DJ Miss Tempz. You are now in with DJ Miss Tempz, Miss Tempz.
DJ Miss Tempz, DJ Miss Tempz. Play it loud, let them know what's poppin'. The God Rock Kim in your area.
Yo,
One.
you can just feel this one.